All right, so I thought I'd just give you guys a quick walk around at Phantom Works and show you what the guys are doing. So I asked Johnny if he knew what he was doing, and he said, go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, I watched the video on YouTube.
Okay, so he's watched a video on YouTube, and I asked Josh if he had any damn clue what he was doing, and he said...
We already agreed that I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Okay, so what we've got here is the blind leading the blind, but at least one of them has watched a video, so, you know, we'll come back in a little bit and figure out if they actually have kind of any idea what they're doing. So I'm just going to show you a few cool vehicles. This one of my favorites, belongs to a Doc out of Tennessee. Great guy, Doc Franz. And he brought in a truck. It sort of ran like crap and it shifted like crap, but it looked great. And he said, I want it to look great. I'm sorry, I want it to drive and stop great, but I want it to look like it's been beat up. So we actually did this to this vehicle. We started out with a truck that was all shiny and teal, and we distressed it. So little bit odd, but we did that. Hang on, we got the wall of engines. I'm going to show you in here. Okay, here's a perplexing issue. If anybody out there has any idea how to help me, this is a 65 Corvette, and right here near the master cylinder, oil has been just percolating out of the fiberglass, and I've been drawing and extracting oil from the fiberglass for a month and a half, and it's still coming out, and we don't know why. Hang on, Wayne was supposed to be in the paint booth working on the 54.
Yeah, I was.
Why aren't you?
Because I primed it, and I got to wait for it to dry.
So you put the door striker together and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So how's the 69 coming along?
Great.
So that's Andy. Now, when I asked Johnny up front if he knew what he was doing with the 72 Corvette, he said no, but he watched a YouTube video. Do you have a pretty good idea of what you're doing?
No, but I watched the YouTube video. In fact, I watched 2.
You watched 2 YouTube videos. Wayne?
I haven't watched any.
Oh, damn. Okay, so we're in trouble. So
But it's body work, so body work is body work.
yeah, so how hard can it be, right?
Yeah.
How hard can it be? Okay, so here we've got a 69 big block 427 tri-power Corvette that is just about ready to go into paint, and I think Wayne is I don't know what he's doing.
To the 63.
Okay, so
64, I don't know, I can't keep track of it.
we've got a 63 now. We're getting that one ready for paint too. So let's go take a look at, see, there's just Corvettes everywhere here. Now, Johnny's been having some serious fun with this. Can you give me a quick run through on the challenges you're having with this farm truck? Now, can we start with the brakes? Where are the electric brakes?
The electric brake master is mounted under the floor in the factory location. The brake booster is mounted just inboard the frame rail where the battery box would be.
Okay, so there is the electric brake master, and there is the electric brake booster hidden up inside the frame rail. So, Johnny, is this truck going to stop?
I hope so. Seems like it ought to with that master cylinder on there. They'll stop just about anything.
Yeah, not exactly inspiring confidence in me. The answer is hell yes, it's going to stop. Yeah, those brake systems are amazing.
Yeah,
all right. So we've got the brakes going in, and how's that power steering conversion going on this thing?
Pretty well. Now that we've tackled some hurdles and we got the box fit onto the chassis and everything clearance so that we still maintain our full turning radius of the tires, it's actually all right. It was a bit of a struggle getting there.
Okay, so the chassis has been modified here so that the steering gearbox can fit in it, and I see you've gone to some fairly heavier duty components here in terms of heim joints and tie rods.
Yep.
So what's your confidence that anybody else has ever done a farm truck with power steering from 1950?
A ton-and-a-half farm truck with steering off a 80s K10 truck. Now we're probably probably not many.
Yeah, yeah. So you know, we're certainly hoping this is all going to come out well. When will we actually know? I know right now parts are giving us hell, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. As soon as we get some bracketry to mount that power steering pump and a new alternator, and I can get some pulleys situated to fit that wide groove belt, we should have some power steering up. Still waiting on a couple of little universal joint parts and other things like that, but it should all function really nicely. We've got a bracket to mount a Saginaw pump to this old 235 in here. So everything should work out, but...
Yeah, so one last question. What was the original horsepower on this 1.5 ton farm truck? Do you remember?
Like 85 or 90 horse or something?
85 horsepower. What do you think? Would that make anybody happy today to have 85 horsepower in a 1.5 ton farm truck?
No, I can't see guys going to buy a new 1.5 ton truck and saying it's got a whole 90 horse.
Yeah, today if it doesn't have about 600 or 700, there's just no way, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Johnny.
No problem.
All right, so Johnny's been tackling the issues, and our biggest challenge with that one has been just availability of parts, because like half of the trucking companies are either backed up or stopped up, and so that's been a big challenge. All right, so Wayne is here doing some basic prep work on yet another 63 Corvette. And here we've got Stinky. Now, we've got Davey and Zach stripping this 57 Corvette. Now, let me just sort of point out a few things to you. The amount of work on this car is pretty staggering. You can see the different layers of paint there. I'm trying to find, now they've already cut through a whole bunch of paint, but you can see they're working kind of tirelessly to take all of the paint off of this car, and you can see sort of a dark blue, a light blue, red, there's a maroon right there. The car was originally white, so this car has been around the block a little bit, and these guys are working right now to make it into a brand new car, and that starts with a big nasty process of ripping off all the layers of paint, getting it down to nice, clean, ready to go fiberglass, and getting it ready. Hello, Cherie from Southern California. Lucy, Brazil. Very cool. Never been to Brazil. Tony, Halifax. My old stomping ground. Glad to see another Canuck on the line here. Glenn, yeah, thanks. I think that is a very cool truck. And Donald from Quebec. Hey, comment ça va, my friend? All right, so here's a cool vehicle. This is yet another, as you can imagine, Corvette. It's a chassis going together, and this one will be the first ever in the world electronic fuel injected, mechanical fuel injected hybrid, and we now have all the parts, and we're beginning the assembly. Now let me just find Chris and see what Chris is up to. Here's Chris.
Hey, what's happening?
We're just wondering what you were working on today.
Ferrari.
A Ferrari. How's the Ferrari going?
Actually, I got it to run a little bit better.
Can you start it? Okay, folks, this is a car that has not started in decades. And quite honestly, when we started ripping it apart, we found mice living inside the engine. This is the first time ever in my life. Look, we found a lot of mice inside the vehicles. We found mice inside seats and inside rocker panels and everything, but this one was actually inside the engine. So here's Chris's little start box.
It's actually Johnny's start box.
Oh, okay.
Spark, fuel.
Whoa.
It's running a lot better. It's still got, because we got 3 super complicated carburetors here. And every now and then it picks up a little bit of a backfire. Not always, but we got excellent fuel pressure.
what's our oil pressure like? I know we were recording good oil pressure.
We're at about 20 to 25 pounds.
Okay, 25 pounds at idle, that's actually not bad.
Every now and then it has a little bit of a backfire. It's running better, it's not backfiring every time you open the throttle. But every now and then, it wants to act like a popcorn popper.
Okay, folks, if you had any idea how excited I am to listen to this thing sound like this. Now, in all fairness, Johnny has been doing a whole lot of work.
Look, Johnny has done this whole car. Johnny has put this whole car together.
Yeah.
And I think he just was overexposed at this point.
Yeah, Johnny said, Dan, if you make me work on it again today, I'm putting a match to it, and then we're just going to make an insurance claim. So I figured we would let Johnny off the hook, but this thing is pretty magnificent. And folks, what you have to understand is this particular motor in this particular configuration, there were 3 of them made in the whole world that we know of. And so the fact that this thing has arisen from the dead and sounds like it does after sitting with mice, folks, if you've ever seen the effects of mouse urine inside an engine, you should have some idea of what we dealt with in this motor. The mice had destroyed the carburetors, the intake, the heads. The mice had destroyed everything. It had just sat. And of course, mice piss, it's like alien blood. It will eat through anything. And yeah, and this car was just filled with mice and mice piss. So that's it. I just wanted to, actually, Chris, you've made my day. I'm going to go say thanks to Johnny. But thank you very much.
Johnny a big old pat on the back.
Yeah. Johnny deserves a big one for this because he has done just yeoman's work on that. Hey, yeah. All right. And so there's the turd. And when will the turd start up?
As soon that car was about to go around the block when I figured out there was a hole in the radiator that the customer supplied.
Oh, okay.
So as soon as that radiator gets back, I'm gonna put it back in there, and we're gonna sit on the crate because it ain't got no seats in it, and we're going around the block.
Okay. So Johnny's not going to understand this, but hang on. Thank you, man. I love the sound of that Ferrari.
Good.
Yeah,
I like it. Light could make it sound better.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot happier.
I mean, oh man, that thing is just, I mean, that sounds like a car. Now, how much of our exhaust system is on the car today?
Johnny got the new muffler system put on it.
Okay.
And it stops at the back of the muffler, so there's no pipes going over.
Okay, so we have about 2/3 of the exhaust system.
Yep.
So obviously the headers, the pipes down to the mufflers and the mufflers.
Yep. So it's going to sound like that when.
Yeah. Oh, let me tell you, Bob is going to lose his mind when he hears that car fire up like that.
Good.
That was just magnificent. All right, guys, look, you've made my day. Thank you very much. Thanks so much, everyone else, for tuning in. Let's see, Eric Ford from New Hampshire, John from Missouri, Robin from Northern California. Hey, I hear things are a little crazy out in California. Hope you guys are doing okay. Carl from, hang on, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, you love live streaming. Oh, thanks, Carl. Hey, I appreciate it. Rick from Ohio. I'm going to try and pronounce the name. Leha from Ontario, Canada. Ontario. That's my sister and her whole family still live up there. Carl from Quebec. Jason, Harry, Leo, Scott. Hey, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We will be back with you again very soon. Just a quick look here at just some of the cool stuff going on in the shop. And thanks so much. God bless. Stay safe from COVID and all the stupidity going on in our country right now. And pray that we return to normal here fairly soon. Love to all. Bye.